And good morning, everyone. My name is Mauro Peña, and I will be the moderator on this focus group session. It will last about 60 minutes. It will have around 10 participants, and we will have as a facilitator Fernando Pal. And taking notes, we will have Emma, and as an observant, we will have Alec on a.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Fernando, and I will be today your facilitator for today's focus group session. I'm excited to guide our discussion today. I'm going to tell you now what the objective of this focus group is. So, the focus group will serve as a qualitative research aimed at gaining in-depth knowledge of customers' experiences, emotions, and decision-making processes associated with the acquisition of the Stanley and Starbucks Pink's thermos. This session will optimize the marketing approach. So, before we dive into the discussion, let's get to know each other a little bit. Could you each of you share your name, where are you from, and what you're studying?
Okay, so I will give in alphabet order. Each one will present themselves. I want to Andres Torres to start with this question.
Hello, my name is Andres. I'm from Monterrey and I'm studying international business.
Aileen Zavala, can you answer?
My name is Aileen. My name is Aileen. I am from Ciudad del Carmen. I am 19 years old and I'm studying law.
Asael Zúñiga, can you continue?
Asael, I'm from Pachuca and I'm studying finance.
Gilberto Lizárraga Mata, please.
Yes, I'm Gilberto. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Querétaro.
Javier Lechuga.
Hi, my name is Javier Lechuga. I'm from Durango and I'm studying finance.
Juan Carranza.
Hi, my name is Juan Carranza. I am from Monterrey and I am studying mechatronic engineering.
Max Garcia.
Hi, my name is Maximiliano Garcia. I'm from Merida and I'm studying finance.
Nailet.
Hi, I'm Nailet and I'm studying high school and I'm from Mexico.
And last one, Sofia Elizabeth.
Hi, my name is Sofia. I'm from Monterrey and I'm studying finance.
Okay, thanks everyone for presenting themselves. Let's continue.
Okay, so to help us understand a bit more about your daily lives, could each of you share what a typical day looks like for you? What are some activities or routines you usually follow from morning to night? It can be on weekends or from Monday to Friday.
Okay, so we will continue with the same order. Andres Torres, can you answer this question, please?
Yes, well, my daily routine looks like I wake up at 6 a.m. Then I go to the college. After I finish my classes, I go to the gym. And then I study a little bit. And that's basically all my day from Monday to Friday.
Thanks, Andres Torres. And Aileen Zavala, continue.
So I woke up in the morning, I do my breakfast, then I go to school and I come back, I do again my food and I sleep.
Thank you, Aileen. Asael Zúñiga, please.
I start my day at 5:30 in the morning and I go to stay for long hours, doing some Grupo Estudiantiles stuff, and then I hit the gym and get back to my home.
Thanks. And Gilberto, can you continue?
Yeah, normally I wake up around 6 a.m. I go to the uni, then I come back, do a little homework, eat, then I go to the gym, go back to my apartment, and enjoy myself.
Thank you, Gilberto. Next one, Javier Lechuga.
I have breakfast, a cup of coffee, then I go to college. Then after classes, I go to the gym, and then if I have something to do with the student groups, I go there and then just get home and do homework.
Thank you, Juan Carranza. Next one.
Yes, I usually wake up around 9 a.m. I take my breakfast and I go to uni school. After that, I go to my French classes and I go back home, dance something and sleep.
Thank you, Juan Carranza. Max Garcia.
I wake up, I also have breakfast. I go to all of my classes, and after I do my hobbies like gym or music, and then after I do homework, and that's it.
Thank you, Max. And Nailet, can you continue?
Okay, I get up every day at 5 a.m. more or less, and then I start like getting ready, and I left my house at 7 a.m. and my classes start at 7:45 and they finish at 1:30. And after the school, I like to do exercise and sleep and eat, and that's all.
Thank you, Nailet. Sophia Elizabeth, last one, please.
So I wake up at like 7 in the morning. I head to uni. My first class is at 9. I finish at 3. I eat with my family. I do some tasks that I have in the afternoon, and then I go to sleep.
Thank you, Sophia. Is someone missing from answer?
Me.
Okay, Eileen.
Sorry, my name is also, it's not Aileen Zabalakin, but I don't know why I have that name, but I usually wake up, I don't do breakfast, I go straight to uni. I may buy a coffee or a matcha in like a coffee shop in at Tech, and then like I do my classes, I go back to my apartment, I usually cook for lunch, and I do my homework, maybe work out, and then I cook dinner, and then I go to sleep.
Thank you, Anna. So for the next questions, if you want to answer the question, please raise your hand and I will give permission to talk to each. So Fernando, please continue with the
Okay,
question.
so changing of
Hey,
topic.
hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna disconnect like for 5 minutes, but I'm gonna come back. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about the different thermoses that you use daily, whether for doing exercise, for school, what they are like, and where you buy them, like the water bottles like you use usually?
If someone wants to answer, please raise your hand and we will continue. Nailet, please.
Okay, well, I every day use my Stanley and my aunt give it to me.
Thank you, Nailet. Someone else? Juan?
Yes, so I have this thermal flask bottle. It's made of stainless steel. I bought it at Costco for $30.
Thank you, Juan. Sophia Elizabeth?
I don't usually use water bottles, but when I use them, I use like a normal like flask that keeps my drinks cold or warm.
Thank you, Sophia. Someone else before we pass to the other question? Okay, Anna?
Well, I usually use a bottle, a glass bottle, because I'm sometimes like, well, I do know that sometimes like steel can be a little bit like harmful, but if I could, or if I had one, I would use it because, well, it helps to like for your drinks to stay cold or warm.
Thank you, Anna. Fer, can you continue with the next question, please?
Okay, so now to understand a little bit about your buying preferences, can you tell us what are your preferred price ranges when purchasing a thermal? Like an example, it would be like 400 to 600 pesos, and why you prefer that price? Like you give more priority to the quality, even though the price is a little bit more expensive, or you don't care that much about the price or quality?
If someone wants to answer, please raise their hand. Sophia?
I don't really spend that much on water bottles because I don't take care of them. So I think that for me will be 400, the maximum I would pay for one.
Thank you, Sophia. Juan Carranza?
Yes, I usually like to invest more money on my thermos because I am a obsessive water drinker. So I actually like my water cold. So I really enjoy like a high quality thermos. So probably I will pay like 1,000 pesos.
Thank you, Juan. Max Garcia?
Well, I would spend, I think, about 400 to 600 maximum. I don't really care that much about quality, but if it's like a really good one, and maybe consider a little bit more.
Okay, thank you, Max. Javier Lechuga, please.
Yeah, I also, same as Juan, I drink a lot of water, so I really care about my water being cold. So I really try to invest a good amount of money in a thermal, so I don't care about the price if the quality is good. But yeah, I think a good range, it's from probably 600 to 1,000 pesos.
Thank you, Javier. And last one, Andres Torres.
Well, I think that the maximum price that I will pay for one would be around 1,000 pesos, but if the quality is better, I will consider to pay a little bit more of that.
Okay, thank you, Andres. Someone else want to answer before going to the next question? Okay, Lynn, please.
Well, I think I would like pay 1,000 pesos. It's like the maximum price I will pay for a bottle of water because I like my drink to stay cold.
Okay, thank you, Eileen. So, Fer, can we go to the next question, please?
Okay, so have you heard or you know about the Stanley and Starbucks pink thermal? And how did you found out about this thermal? Social media, in the store, friends, or where?
Anna, can you answer, please?
Well, I heard there was a collaboration going on with like between Stanley and Starbucks. And it was very popular because like a lot of people do know like the quality of Stanley, and like they also consume like Starbucks a lot, and they may have kind of like the same customers, like not really, but like a really big like part of the Stanley customers, maybe also like from Starbucks. And so a lot of people were like really excited to get their like collab product. But at the end, I think Starbucks didn't know how many people wanted actually like to get the product, so there was like a shortage of product in terms of like the demand also, no. And I think that also like people were like reselling the Stanley thermos for a very high amount of money, and people started to like complain because it wasn't fair for every other person that wanted to get it, because then it was like not accessible, I think.
Yes, thank you, Ana, for the description. And Juan Carranza, can you add something to that description?
What I can add is that I believe that most people notice this collaboration mainly from social media because of the hype for I don't know what word to say, but let's say the hype that the Stanley Cups had in social media, thanks to a viral video that the car that got on fire and that the Stanley Cup still had like the ice in it and stuff. So yeah, I think that this collaboration had, well, the success it had thanks to the social media hype.
Yes, Carranza, I think so. And someone else want to add something to this answer? Gilberto, please.
Yeah, I'm back. And I just have to say I've also seen it like a lot of in Instagram or like in just videos of girls talking, but they have their Starbucks cup next to them. So I think like it's a lot of just passive how do you say it? Announcements, you know?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Gilberto. So, okay, Eileen, do you want to add something?
Well, I also found out about the Stanley collaboration in social media. I remember all my friends like posting that they were doing line for one Stanley, and that's like all I heard about it.
Okay, thank you, Eileen. Nailet?
Okay, I also hear about it on social media, on TikTok, and a lot of people were going crazy for that Stanley, and I feel like it wasn't that big of a deal.
Thank you, Nailet. So, Fer, can you continue with the questions, please?
Yes. So regarding Stanley, just Starbucks, how would you describe your overall perception of this brand Starbucks? What words or feelings comes to your mind? Would you consider yourself a loyal Starbucks customer?
Juan Carranza, please.
Yeah, so actually I drink a lot of coffee, but I believe that the price of Starbucks is like very, very inflated, you know, like it's very expensive for what it offers. I rather buy some coffee in local stores here in Monterrey. There are a lot of you know, more user-friendly little coffee shops here in Monterrey. So yes, I believe that Starbucks is expensive, and I would rather to buy coffee in another place.
And just to continue, Carranza, can you tell us one example of another coffee shop that you go, please?
Yes, in well, in a park near my house, there is this coffee shop named Arto Cafe. It's actually pretty good, and it's a little bit more cheap than Starbucks, but the quality is very high, so I believe that the price is worth it.
Thank you, Juan. Sofia, can you continue?
I think, well, I believe that I am a pretty loyal customer of Starbucks. I've tried a lot of different coffee shops, local coffee shops, or big brand names, and I think that, well, I like the most is Starbucks. So yes, I believe that it is worth it, even though the prices are a bit high.
Okay, thank you, Sofia. Max Garcia, please.
Me personally, I don't drink a lot of coffee, so I'm not a customer of Starbucks. I didn't know about the collab. So yeah, I don't have much of an opinion, but yeah, my perceived opinion is that the prices are maybe a little bit high. But again, some people are willing to pay them because they really like the coffee.
Thank you, Max. Someone has an opinion similar to Max or want to add something? Gilberto, please.
Yeah, I also didn't know about the collab, but what I have to say about Starbucks is like, back when I lived in Querétaro, there wasn't like many options of coffee shops where you could go. So basically I became like loyal to Starbucks because it was the only option. But when I came here to Monterrey 1 year ago, I started going to many more. So now I feel like I don't have to go to Starbucks anymore. I also changed coffee for like Coke Zero. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Gilberto. Eileen?
Well, just and I also agree with the idea that Starbucks is a little bit expensive, but me personally, I really like Starbucks, and also I think that something good about it is that you can find at Starbucks every place, like it's always around us, and I think that that's also the reason that I like usually consume Starbucks.
Okay, thank you, Eileen. Fer, can you continue, please?
So now getting into when you first heard about the pink Stanley thermos at Starbucks, what was your initial reaction? What attracted you to it?
Anna?
Well, I don't know, maybe like I really liked the colors of the collab because there's like characteristic colors that represented like the collab, which like were the colors of those specific thermos. So I think it was the fact that it was more accessible to get here in Mexico because you can't really get a Stanley here in Mexico. Like you have to go to the US or like you have to buy it like out of the country. So maybe like for me it was attractive because it was a way for me to get like the thermo, and also like it was also like interesting for me because I could have like I could get then like a bottle that had like the quality I was looking for. But as I was saying also, it was kind of like hard to get it because it was out of stock. So yes.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Juan Carranza?
Yes, so my opinion on the Stanley and Starbucks cups is that they mostly sold because of the hype of social media that I already mentioned. Because real water drinkers will know that Stanley cups aren't as high quality as another brands such as, I don't know, Yeti or another ones that can also have a similar quality but at a lower price. So yeah, I believe that they mostly sold out because of the hype, because the price wasn't also as accessible as I already mentioned. There are brands that sell the same quality for a cheaper price. So yeah.
Thank you, Juan Carranza. And someone else want to answer before going to the next one? No? Okay. Fernando, can you continue with the questions?
Okay, so for the ones who didn't get the chance to buy the Stanley Thermo, what was your experience like trying to get it? How did you feel when you found out it was out of stock and you couldn't find it anywhere?
Sophia?
For me, it was like frustrating in a way because like I didn't understand the hype. I mean, I wanted it, but I think people were going too far to get it and taking like 10 of them. But in the end, I feel like it is just a cup. But although it is really pretty and the collab was really good and the marketing and all of that stuff, but I feel like it's a little bit frustrating the way people were reacting.
Thank you, Sophia. Anna?
I also agree. Like, I feel like even though I wanted it, it was not a necessity. And it was not like frustrating, but it was like inside of me, I did wanted it. Maybe if I went to like Starbucks and like saw it, I would have like gotten it. But because it was, like because of the hype and because like people were like going too far to get it and like to get 10 of them at the same time, then I mean, yes, I would have gotten it, but it was impossible.
Thank you, Anna. Javier?
Me, in my case, for example, my girlfriend tried to get it, but when she tried, it was already too late and it was already sold out everywhere.
Thank you, Javier. Eileen?
Well, I didn't like try to get it, but I remember like saw all the like the hype in TikTok, and I remember like that was the moment that I found out Stanley, and I think like it's like a great marketing like way to find out like all the products.
Thank you, Eileen. So we are going to pass to the next question. Then we are going to leave the meeting to then enter again because it is going to end in a moment. Please, Fernando, continue.
So let's dive into the importance of the design and color. How much does the color or design of a product influence your decision to buy it? Was the pink color a significant factor for you with these thermals?
Juan, please.
Yeah, actually, for me, the color was not the matter. When I am searching for a water bottle, I mostly notice the quality of the product instead of the color or the design. So yeah, actually, for me, the color did not matter.
Anna?
Well, for me, I think it does has to do with like if the product is attractive to you or not. For example, the color. I really like the color. If it would have been like I don't know, like a black thermo, maybe I would have like thought about it like twice, because it was not something very like showy or like that got my interest. But also I also sometimes like look for quality instead of like a color or like the hype. But in like that particular moment with the hype of Stanley and the quality like I know about, and also like that particular color that wasn't very like usual, I was like very interested in getting one.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Sophia, please.
For me, it was like the thing that attracted me the most personally. I feel like I really like the color pink, so it was a really attracting thing for me, and I think for a lot of people too. Like there was something different in the bottle. Like they were just saying it was just not a plain bottle. So for me, it was really like the thing that stand out.
Okay, thank you, Sophia. Javier Lechuga.
Yeah, for me, I have two thermos, one for water and one for coffee. They're like blue, and black. I don't really care that much about the colors. The only thing I look is that they are not a very flashy color. Like for example, the one from Starbucks and Stanley, or something like that.
Thank you, Javier. Eileen, please.
Well, me personally, when it goes about bottle of water, I usually like try to find the one with the best quality, but I also like to have like a bottle of water with like that it looks pretty. I like the design and like the color. So yeah, I think that that's like something really important also for me.
Thank you, Eileen. Last one, Andres.
Well, yes, I found the design like one of the most things that I care when I'm buying a new one. I don't like such bright colors. I prefer something like sober, like black or white. So that's basically why I didn't find attractive this Stanley thermos, because of the color.
Okay, thank you, Andres. So now we need to leave the meeting. Just enter the same link and we will continue with the focus group, please. Thank you. Okay, so Fer, can you continue with the meeting, please?
Okay, so for those who were able to purchase it, the pink thermal, what are your thoughts on the quality of the thermal? Did it meet your expectations in terms of insulation, durability, or overall the feel?
Carranza?
Yes, so me personally, I didn't get the chance to buy it. Well, I didn't want to buy it, but I have some friends that did buy these thermos, and they say that the quality is not that good for the price. That it was like expensive for what it offers, that they believe that you can buy something in the same price range with a higher quality, or something with the same quality but cheaper. So yeah, like the cold drinks, like they don't last as long as other brands, as the competition. So yeah, these are my thoughts on the quality of the product.
Thank you, Juan. And someone else got a chance to got it or to try it?
I mean, I don't have it, but I've had a Stanley Cup before, and I mean, it was a little overpriced, but I don't think it deserves the hate. You know, it's a good thermos. It does the job well. To be honest, you don't need it for that long, the cold drink or whatever, because normally you finish it like in 30 minutes, an hour maybe. So I think it's a good thermos. But I didn't have the chance to buy the collab. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Gilberto. Fer, can you continue, please?
Yes, so how do limited edition items generally affect your buying decisions? Did the fact that it was a limited edition, the pink thermal, influence your desire to purchase the pink Stanley, or it didn't affect that it was limited edition?
Anna, please.
Well, it usually doesn't affect like my buying decision, because I'm like a very I doubt like very much about like what I'm gonna buy usually, and I'm like like I have like an overconsumption problem kind of, and I usually want to get like what I like, but it's not like I usually don't have like I don't base my purchasing decision because of like collaboration or a product that's gonna be for like a limited time So yes, it doesn't affect me personally.
Thank you, Anna. Juan, please.
Yeah, so usually at least in other products, when you hear that something is a limited edition or something like that, like you get this idea, or well, not this idea, no, usually it's a fact that the product will have a higher quality or something like that, like an extra, you know? But I believe that at the time, well, the Stanley Cup did not offer like this higher quality you expect in the product. So yeah, I believe for some people it did affect that it was a Starbucks collaboration. But yeah, like seeing it objectively, like it doesn't offer something different or something a benefit, you know. So yeah, these are my thoughts.
Thank you, Carranza. Someone else want to add something to the improvement that can be done? Nairet, please.
Okay, I feel that if things that are limited edition, they attract more attention to buy them because you probably won't have another opportunity to buy them.
Thank you, Nairet. And someone else? Or we pass to the next question? Okay, Fer, continue, please.
So now let's talk about the shopping process. How did you find the experience of purchasing these thermos, either online or in the store? What could have been to improve that experience? What would you think that the Stanley Starbucks collaboration could improve to make this experience of buying it better?
Carranza, please.
Yeah, so as I already mentioned, I personally did not buy the product, but I have heard from friends that it was a bad experience because it was like going to the Starbucks store and making long lines, and maybe some of the people that were at the back of the line like didn't get this chance of buying it, but they still had the necessity to make the line and all that stuff. So yeah, I believe that it was a bad experience, at least buying it directly from the store, like in person, because of the long lines and the you know that they didn't have like enough thermos to satisfy the necessity from all of the people.
Thank you, Juan. Sofia?
For me, it was like a very stressful process. Like I said, the long lines, the waiting time. But I don't think that's a Starbucks or a Stanley's fault. I think that's the people's fault and the amount of people that wanted it, the way that it got viral. But the only way I think that they can improve is by like building up the stock that they were having, because some stores have had like 2 or 3 cups that obviously were not enough. So I think that would be a way.
Thank you, Sofia. Fer, please continue with the next question.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the resale market that emerged around the pink Stanley thermos? For example, the resale market price was like 3,000 pesos, like 4 times more so. What are your thoughts about this?
Juan, please.
Yes, so I actually believe that the resale prices went like extremely high, and they were abusing this hype of the people. Like, you know, they, as someone mentioned before, people were buying dozens of these thermos just to resell them and to, well, yeah, like abuse the people wanting these thermos. So yeah, I personally will not consider buying it for such an expensive price. Even if you tell me like, wow, it's the highest quality or something like that, like 5,000 pesos is a lot of money for a thermos, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Juan. Anna, please.
Well, I also agree with like I also think that I wouldn't have gotten it like through like the resale process because the amount was extremely high. to what to what they're offering. Of course, like I do think and I do agree with like the quality that Stanley has and like the hype of the product, of course, but it was like an amount that wasn't worth it for the product. Of course, there's some people that are gonna buy it because that's why people chose to resell the thermos, but I think it's kind of like also funny because like some people do think of buying the product because like they felt the need to like get it. But if it's not something that is like necessary in my opinion, or that I don't really need to leave or something like that, then I wouldn't and like I wouldn't consider on buying it from like a reseller.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Last one, Javier, please.
Yeah, and answering this question regarding the last one and how to improve the bio experience, I think it's people to buy a big amount of the thermos, like not, for example, 12 of ones, so there could not be resellers.
Thank you, Javier. And Fer, can you continue with the questions, please?
Yes, so talking about other products, have you ever experienced similar situations with other products? How does these situations with the Pink Stanley Thermos compare to those experiences? Talking about that the companies or the product get out of stock.
Juan, please.
Yeah, so I can compare this experience with sneaker buying. I am actually a big sneaker buyer. So yeah, I believe that what most companies do is like, as someone already mentioned before, like limit the amount of sneakers a specific person can buy to avoid, you know, the resellers and stuff. But yeah, I believe that when a brand says that something is limited edition or it's a collaboration or it's exclusive or whatever, like most people get hyped up and want to buy the product. So yeah, I believe that that Starbucks and Stanley did the right thing when by not limiting the amount of thermos a specific person can buy.
Thank you, Juan. Max Garcia.
I personally experienced the same thing with, well, what I think it was the same thing, because again, I didn't know about the thermos or the collab, but when I was trying to buy a new component for my computer, they were out of stock. So we had to wait a long time before they released a new product or they restocked it. So I think that was similar.
Thank you, Max. And last one, Andres Torres.
Yes, I have experienced this, but with sneakers also. There were some sneakers that were collaboration with artists, and people like started getting crazy for that. And also, it happens the same, like there's a lot of people that is trying to buy them just because they want to resell them. So what some retail stores started doing was these kind of activities where you have to bring a pair of the artist or a cloth or have to do something in order to getting the the right of buying this pair. So I think that Starbucks and Stanley could implement like this kind of activities for preventing this situation.
Thank you, Andres. And Nailet, can you continue?
Okay, I think this situation is a bit similar to crumble cookies because too many people want to buy them and they resell them at a very high price.
Thank you, Nailet. Fer, can we continue?
Okay, so if Starbucks and Stanley were to release another product, what features or designs would you hope to see? would you be more likely to purchase another product from them or no? And why?
Anna?
Well, if they implemented what like everyone was saying of like maybe like bringing an ID or something that could like register that you already like bought one or two items, and also like online selling, because sometimes there's like people, like many people who are busy cannot go at that moment, so that's why they don't have like really the opportunity to get it. Maybe I would implement that. And I mean, if it's a collab, I know it's there for a limited amount of time. So maybe yes, implementing like an online selling process or something like that also.
Thank you, Anna. And Juan Carranza?
Yeah, so if Stanley and Starbucks were to release like another collaboration, what I will expect or what will convince me to buy this cup would probably be like a higher quality, or maybe some kind of, I don't know, promotion when you buy the Starbucks cup. I don't know, like free coffee on Mondays. It's an example. But yeah, I will expect some kind of incentive, at least from the Starbucks part, because being objective, like the collaboration, it was just like the name of Starbucks. Like it didn't have like something characteristic from Starbucks besides like the name. So yeah, I will expect like something like that, like a promotion with Starbucks or a higher quality.
Thank you, Juan. Last one, Sofia.
For me, the design is really important. So I am a really like not careful person. So the cap was a struggle to me. So for me, the design could be better so it can close and not spill. And well, a range of colors will be also nice because of people personal preference. Then they can expand their market.
Thank you, Sofia. Fer, continue, please.
Thank you. Also, let's talk about the value of the brand collaboration. What do you think about the Starbucks teaming up with brands like Stanley? Does it make you more or less interested in the product? And why? Yes or no?
Juan, please.
Yeah, for me, I believe that it didn't caught my attention that it was like a collaboration with Starbucks, because as I mentioned before, like it's just like the cup, like the Starbucks part of the collaboration was like not clear, like what had to do Starbucks for that collaboration, or what did they did besides selling it just on the stores, you know? So yeah, I was probably expecting like something like, yeah, like more Starbucks related, you know?
Thank you, Juan, for your opinion. Anna, please.
Like the big brand and name that Stanley has. And I think it does have to do with like the hype or the recognition the other brand has. Let's say Starbucks has like a very like big name and it's very like recognized, but Stanley as well. So I think it wouldn't have had the hype, or it wouldn't have been like that known if it hadn't been like a very known brand, or like something that a lot of people used at the time.
Thank you, Anna. Fer, continue with the next one.
Okay, so talking about other industries and other products, what other collaborations have caught your attention recently? How does the pink Stanley thermos stack up against those in terms of appeal and value?
Sofia, please.
The only one that I can think about right now is the collaboration between Adidas and Taqueria Orinoco. I don't know if you know it, but it was like a really out of the comfort zone of Adidas, and I think that they caught a lot of attention because of it. The sneakers were like unique, so I think that going out of the comfort zone of any brand or any company would be a good collaboration to have.
Thank you, Sofia. Juan?
Yeah, a good collaboration I can think of, like maybe similar to the Starbucks and Stanley, is the Nike and Drake's brand Nocta collaboration. It was an Air Force One. It was basically the same color and same everything, but it had a higher quality. The sneaker was made of really, really good materials, more durable than a usual Air Force One. So that probably like made me wanna buy it, you know?
Thank you, Juan. Andres?
Well, I can think on the collaborations between Bad Bunny and Adidas, and also Travis Scott with Nike. I think that it's uh, really similar to the Stanley collaboration because you have basically the one of the two top brands in the market, and also the top artists in the world. So it's like combining Stanley and Starbucks. So it's basically the collaborations that I can think right now.
Okay, thank you, Andres. Eileen?
Well, I was also gonna say the collaboration between Bad Bunny and Adidas, and I think like that's like really creative because I usually like the collaborations that singers do with brands, and I think like that's something like very interesting.
Thank you, Eileen. And last one, Gilberto?
Yes, I saw a collaboration between Travis Scott and McDonald's. I really like it when they do collaborations like with food. It also happened with like Nike and Ben and Jerry's. So I like those type of collaborations, basically.
Okay, thank you, Gilberto. Fer, we can continue.
Okay, so how important is the availability of customer feedback and reviews when you are deciding to purchase a product? Did you look for reviews or feedback before trying to buy the pink Stanley thermos, or no?
Juan?
Yeah, so usually like I do search for reviews from other people or opinions, but I believe that due to the hype and that they were like out very fast, out of stock, I believe that that was not possible for a lot of people that expected like a higher quality or something like that. So yeah, I believe that if they have more stock or something like that, more people will have noticed the reviews or the opinions on the product before buying it.
Thank you, Juan. Sofia?
For me, also the reviews are really important. With most of the product that I try to, well, mostly online. When I'm buying a product online, I really look at the reviews deeply because, well, you don't have the product in hand to buy it. But with the Stanley Cup, with all the reviews that were online and influencers saying that was like the thing at the moment, I don't really looked at reviews on that specific.
Okay, thank you, Sofia. Fer?
Okay, so looking forward, what suggestions would you have for Starbucks and Stanley if they were planning another collaboration? What could they do better to meet the customer demand and expectations?
Juan?
Yeah, so as I stated before, probably like a bigger stock of the product will be nice, and either lowering the price of the collaboration or making the quality better. That's at least what I can say about this collab.
Thank you, Juan. Someone else want to answer this one? Javier, please.
Yeah, for me, maybe it would be to do a thermos that you can use like for coffee in Starbucks, like maybe a little bit more like practical for coffee. That is the main business of Starbucks.
Thank you, Javier. Fer? Gilberto?
I think they could do like a collab, but with another product. I don't know if Stanley has it, but I think like with a cooler would be like really cool, you know?
Yes. Thank you, Gilberto. Now we can continue, Fer.
Okay, so overall, what lessons do you think Starbucks and Stanley could learn from this product launch? How could they improve customer satisfaction in the future?
Juan?
Yeah, I believe that what both brands can learn about this collaboration is that when you are making a collaboration with a very hyped brand, you need to have like and expect that people buy like this product like compulsively, like in large amounts. So yeah, I believe that what Starbucks and Stanley must have learned is that if you are making this collaboration with a famous or popular brand right now, you need to expect like thousands or millions of people buying it. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Juan. Someone else? Anna, please.
I also agree, like if you're a very big brand or you know that you have like tons of customers, you should be expecting to maybe like not do like 1 billion of like those products, no, but to like have in stock like a big amount, and like for them to be prepared to the amount of like customers who want to get the product, and also like be more prepared to like for people like to not resell those products. For example, J Balvin, I think he made kind of like I think like he has like a product or like sneakers, I don't know, but like he made like this strategy which allows you to buy, I think, a pair. I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but yes, like limit people to get like maybe like not just one, but maybe like two, like if they want to get them, like okay, but like maybe limit the product so everyone that wants to get it can be able to buy it.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Sofia?
I think that both companies can learn from this collaboration. Starbucks, and that was like the one selling it. It's like yes, the shortage of stock in the products was a really big problem because of the people that were buying more than they needed. So having limits that kind of shopping, and or either have more stock in stores. So or people with too many and selling them like with prices that are not available, not accessible for many people.
Thank you, Sofia. Fer?
Okay, so now we got into the last question. We will be happy to hear your answers. So lastly, let's reflect on your experience with the Starbucks promotions. Do you feel their promotions and product launches usually meet your expectations? It would be like new products, new flavors, new coffees. And why or why not does they meet your expectations or not?
Sofia, are you raising your hand or it was from the previous answer? Okay. Juan?
Yeah, at least for me, I can say that a good strategy that Starbucks has is by releasing some flavors by season, you know? And I can say that at least the fall season meet my expectations, sorry. All these pumpkin spice flavors or these, like fall flavors are a good strategy and meet my expectations, at least in the drinks section. But in other collaborations, like for cups or stuff like that, I think that Starbucks doesn't have like this high quality that I expect from the price they cost. So yeah.
Thank you, Juan. Someone else want to answer before finishing this session? No? Okay. So thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts and experiences today. Your insights have been incredibly valuable and will help us to better understand the appeal and impact of products like the Pink Stanley Starbucks Cup. If you have any final thoughts or feedback, feel free to share them. Otherwise, we appreciate your time and participation, and we look forward to seeing the results on this discussion. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.